Assassination Classroom, Season 1, Episode 7. Oh, we're going on a field trip. This is interrupting our studies. He's all ready to go. Also, a field trip kind of means nothing to him, right? He just travels everywhere basically instantly. It's not about Kyoto. As great as Kyoto must be. So weird. It continues to be weird, the juxtaposition. Episode 7, School Trip Time. First period. Yeah, we don't really do this in the US, do we? Or at least I didn't. Kyoto looked like a really beautiful place that time I passed it on the train. Oh, we like Karma. Karma's great. No promises, but it'll be entertaining. He will also steal your gelato. And don't you want him on your side? I was thinking we've only been introduced to 4 students directly, so I feel like Kanzaki has a lot of options. Don't those two things contradict each other? Wait, what? Like she's not exceptional but popular? Popularity is exceptional. Why are you so hard on Kanzaki? Justice for Kanzaki. I wonder what her flavor of high school trauma is. That's great, no one asked? Right. These kids really love flowers. Yeah, her ego is her downfall. She manipulates herself. I'm not reading on the trip. That's why we're doing the trip. You made them. Of course you did. They're probably handmade. He's a little bit psyched. Oh man, the rest of the school's gonna be so jealous. Ugh, we hate them. The school pays for the trip? Poverty not feeling so bad right now. Yeah, overuse them. Looks okay. Doesn't look that bad. Yeah, weird. It's a weird warped lens on living in that rich world. I live in a rich warped world because I murder rich warped people. The train would be too slow for him. I'd rather fly if I could do what he does. Why contain myself to a box? That's worse, yeah. How'd he get in? Isn't it a bullet train? That's what I've been saying. I'm glad they're calling attention to that fact. I feel like I'm missing so many little details from the students because I'm overwhelmed by the number of them that would make so much more sense to me. Like this. Like, I'm not gonna remember this. You just got pickpocketed, you just got robbed. Now you're barking up the wrong tree. I swear to God, if anime is to be believed, half of the world's problems are caused by bumping into people. Also, get a life. Yeah, he didn't need to go along for the ride. That's very human. How can he look so relaxed and so active at the same time? What school is this? What went wrong? That's the weird thing, because these kids are in the worst class. They're supposed to be delinquents. They're all so smart. Meanwhile, we ran into a whole school of delinquents. That's more what I would expect. Those are the kids that get quarantined from the rest of the students immediately. That's real savage youth. When you put it that way, it's pretty cool. Actually, one of my favorite travel experiences ever came from chaperoning a student trip that I originally wasn't supposed to be on. It wasn't even my students. I just had to fill in for a friend in an emergency situation. Sometimes it's the trips that are not on rails or don't go according to plan or contain some challenge that isn't just like, show up at the airport and then get off the plane and then show up at the hotel, etc. In this case, they had booked a hike through this valley and then there was an inn at the end, but the valley had flooded. So we ended up like walking/swimming waist deep through the entire valley with all our belongings like on our shoulders, getting swarmed by leeches. But because of the challenge and because of the adventurous spirit of it, it ended up becoming a pretty good bonding experience for a group of students I didn't even know up until that point. I feel like something like that might happen with this rival school. Though they're also already remarkably close to each other. It's refreshing. They're already the outcasts, so. Kidnapping? That's a lot. We just escalated this crime. Why do you all look like that? What happened to you? Oh, I get it. It's a public school. They have no way of knowing this, but yeah, wrong class. Don't forget to clean up the evidence, like you said. This kid's a psycho. He has no fear. Oh, he's getting the Subaru Roswell treatment. They're actually kidnapping. Wow. Oh, that explains it. They're high school. Got it. A pack of high schoolers. It does feel that way. Yeah, they're gigantic. That explains the looks. Right, yeah. No, it's a different thing. You never experience that kind of size difference ever again. I don't just mean physically. I mean like emotionally. They look different. Someone's gone. Clearly, yeah. We're also in a foreign city. They're not from here. Maybe he pickpocketed them back. Not that they would have any school guides of their own. This is dark. This is terrible. Oh, it's like two people. Huh? High schoolers, am I right? Is she supposed to be someone significant? Or it's just like they saw her randomly in an arcade and had a picture of her? If so, that's wild. So much for her not standing out. That was just a lie. He prepared for this. Very specific. That's evergreen advice. Here is her flavor of childhood trauma, rebellion, new identity. Here, and there's so much time. I've never seen the horrors of looking at high school students as a middle student drawn so accurately. I was making fun of their looks, but it all makes sense now. It's exactly right. I don't think that's what you're expecting. Oh, thank God. Thank God you came. This is so specific. This is a Bible's worth of content. How do you cover the eventuality of being kidnapped by high school students? Today we learned a very important lesson. Always bring a guidebook and follow instructions. I feel like Koro-sensei in some way just saved their lives. Not his students. He saved the lives of the high school students. That I think we knew. He is very image conscious, and he wants to be liked. Yeah, I mean, That was easy. It's actually more impressive that they didn't die. I wouldn't extrapolate from Koro-sensei into all of school, but I'm also half expecting him to give them a lesson that'll help their lives. Why don't you join our class? You can come back to middle school. It's true. They don't even realize themselves how great they are. That's a nice line, I like that. The fish will swim forward. They're also weapons. The wrong class, yes. It's bad luck, honestly. There you go, there's the trauma. This just became the best school trip ever. It's okay if you're not. Yeah, right, that's what I'm saying. Your place is here. Do you kids realize what an emotional mess you're walking yourselves into? They're just stabbing at him so effortlessly because they're not convinced they can kill him. That'll probably be a lesson at some point. This is obviously not going to happen now, but just hypothetically imagine they just get lucky one day. Like just in one of those 800,000 random stabbings, one of them just happens to land and he dies. They would be devastated already, even at this early stage. And some more than others. I mean, this as a memory, that time Koro-sensei rescued us from being harmed by unkempt barbarian high school students. What did he call himself? The Professor of Ruin? Koro-sensei took that guy out and then we all had a great time after that on our Kyoto field trip. That's something you're not gonna forget. That's a pain that's gonna run deep. You know, I don't know what the whole moon deal is about. I don't know Koro-sensei's deal, obviously. Here is the greatest gift the students could give to him. It's not killing him, though he would be proud of that. It's figuring out whatever the reason is, because obviously there's a reason for why he thinks they need to kill him, and collectively solving that problem. Because that's above and beyond, and that's doing something that even he doesn't seem to think is possible. That would be the students finally surpassing the teacher, which is the whole point, as opposed to meeting the demands of the teacher, which are admittedly insanely high.